Ymir, god of war. Ragnarok characters. Norse mythology. Ymir was the first and original Jötunn, the first being that came into existence in the 9 realms and the progenitor of all living beings. Norse mythology. Aurgelmir, also called Ymir, Brimir, or Bláinn, was the first sentient being to come into existence, birthed from the drops of venom that dripped from the icy rivers of Élivágar that went on to the great and grassless void of Ginnungagap. Ymir is the ancestor of all the giants. He gave birth to a male and female from the pits of his arms, and his legs produced a 6-headed being. He was known to suck at the udders of the primeval cow Auðumbla. In the God of War series. Before God of War, 2018. In the beginning there was nothing, merely the great void known as Ginnungagap, along with the ancient elements of fire and ice. Fire and ice would come together to form the lifeblood of Ymir and Auðumbla, the first giants. Every god, giant, man, and beast would be born from Ymir's flesh. The Aesir, however, thought themselves superior and sought to rule over the other creations. To this end, Odin and his brothers fought their creator, and Odin spilled Ymir's lifeblood with his spear. From Ymir's torn flesh, Odin fashioned the realm of Midgard for his own. Ymir's direct descendants, the Jötnar, were all drowned by the flood of his blood except for Aurgelmir and his wife, who went on to find the realm of Jötunheim and repopulate his race, thus thwarting Odin's plan of eliminating the giants for good. Powers and abilities. As the first being in existence, creator of almost all in the Norse world and the oldest and therefore most powerful of the frost giants, even stronger than Starkeyr and its brother the fire giant Surtr, one of the most powerful beings in the Norse realm, and was powerful enough that Odin and his brothers, the most powerful Aesir of the time, had to work together to ultimately overpower and kill it, and even that was most certainly not without an extremely difficult fight. Another reason he may have been defeated is due to being emotionally conflicted on fighting its own kin. Immortality, having lived for several ages, considering how it was the oldest being in existence and managed to live long enough for its great-grandsons to be born, Ymir was immortal. Only the combined might of Odin and his brothers, the most powerful Aesir gods of the time, was enough to truly end him. Superhuman strength. As the first and most powerful of the frost giants, therefore the strongest, Ymir must have had incalculable levels of superhuman strength, enough to surpass even the most powerful of the Aesir, as it was able to fight against Odin, Vili, and the most powerful Aesir of the time, before being killed. Superhuman durability. Ymir must have been tremendously durable, as it took Odin and his brothers, the most powerful of the generation of Aesir of the time, to kill it, and even that was apparently not without a fight. Cryokinesis. As the first frost giant, Ymir must have had great power over the element of ice, which was what apparently its Jötnar children inherited from him. Essence transferal. Despite his death and subsequent formation into Midgard, it seems that Ymir is still alive in some form, as some of his essence has been transferred into stone creatures called ancients. Shrine story. Atreus, I have a question. If Ymir was the first giant, where did he come from? Mimir, in the beginning, there was Ginnungagap, the great void. There were no realms yet, only primordial forces. There was fire, and there was ice, and there in the void they met, and produced. Atreus, water? Mimir, more than water, the mystic life blood of something entirely new. From this water, Ymir took form, and became a being of pure creation and chaos, mother and father to all that came after. Atreus, even the Aesir? Mimir, every god, man, and beast came first from Ymir's flesh. Though it was the Aesir who thought themselves so superior that they should hold dominion over the rest of creation. It was Odin who took arms against his creator and spilled Ymir's lifeblood with his spear. A necessary evil, he would say, to bring order to the realms. From Ymir's torn flesh, Odin would fashion the realm of Midgard for his own. Called himself All-Father, as if he was the creator, and not the creator's destroyer. A small, covetous tyrant. Atrus, Mimir. Mimir, Oh, sorry, boy. You know, I think it best we just leave it there actually.